How come such a difference from those who can reach such incredible heights and those who haven't yet found the answers for their light and their health and their wealth and their future? We just have to ponder that and let that give us a note of seriousness. It's serious whether you win or lose. It's serious whether you'd succeed or fail. It's serious whether you've got a good future carved out for yourself or you do not have. Here's how to really cash in on this year. Number one, get serious. Life is serious. Life is serious. We call it life or death. Next, to make this your best year ever, have a piece of the 400 million. See what you can do. Touch the lives of as many people as you can possibly touch. Number one, let's get serious. Here's number two, get smart. That's what these journals are for. That's what these journals are for. That's what pad and pencil are for. That's what taking notes is for. See if you can't increase your ability to comprehend ideas, information that can be life transforming. Don't miss the opportunity to learn. Take a good key phrase home, use it in your training. Don't be lazy in learning. Don't be casual in learning. Develop a whole new intensity for the 90s that you're not going to miss the information. You're not going to miss the stories. You're not going to miss the details. Get smart. Here's a couple of parts to it. Number one, your own personal experience, right? If you've had a bad week, just sit down and ponder that for a while. Study it, see if you can't pick up some ideas from a poor week and then make a better week. Learn from your own experiences. One way to learn to do it right is to do it wrong. And you know that's one way to learn to do it right. Do it wrong. Now, the key is don't let it take too long. If you've done it wrong for a year, we suggest that's long enough. You don't need another year just to prove a point. 1 year is enough. Learn from your own experience, right? So the call didn't go well, all that stuff. Guess what they did? When they finished that call, they made another call. What else could we do to make it better? How could we possibly improve? This is called the possibility for life change starts with education. Don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in picking up the ideas. Don't be lazy in learning from your own experience. That's why you've heard from some people that have shared their testimonial here and given you some of their ideas, ways and means of taking this product to the marketplace, making it work for you. We've devoted most of our time for that, and well, we should. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of life change. So education, get smart. Don't miss the training class. You say, well, I've already been to one of those classes. I've already heard it. I've got a good phrase for you to take home. That's no sign you got it. Just because you've listened to those millionaire tapes one time is no sign you've got it. I'm asking you to listen to them over and over and over and over and over. I'm asking you to dedicate yourself to a new level of learning in 1992. When I travel with Mark Hughes, he's got his book open. He's reading, he's studying lives of successful people, lives of despicable people. You know, study, learn, grow, change, develop. Never let it be said you didn't learn right. If you want to solve your problems, you've got to learn. You want to take advantage of an opportunity, you've got to learn. We can't come here and just give you the marketing plan, give you the product, send you home. We've got to stay for a while, learn. Stay for a while, right? Put on those cassettes and stay for a while, right? We ask you to come here for a couple of days and stay for a while. Do some learning, take it back home. So number two, to have your best year ever, a good piece of that 400 million, make your dreams come true. Number one, get serious. Number two, get smart. Develop your own personal philosophy here. Philosophy, a major determining factor in how your life works out. Each person's philosophy is like the set of the sail. The same wind blows on us all. The difference in where we arrive at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, it's not the wind that blows, and the wind is blowing around the world. The world is in solution. Things are changing. The walls have come down. All kinds of things that are happening in Russia tonight today. The winds are blowing, but what's going to make the major difference? Each person's personal philosophy that sets a better sail. Sets a better sail. So don't ask for a more favorable wind. That's like wishing something that's not going to occur. Don't ask for better seed and soil. All you got is what's available. Don't curse what you got on this planet. All we got is the seed that's here, the soil that's here, the soil that's here, the miracle of life that's here, the opportunity that's here, the yachts here, the seasons that are here. That's all we got. Wherever you've come from in your country, the economy you got, that's all you got. In America, Our economy, that's all we got. The government, that's all we got. The marketplace, that's all we got. The marketplace, that's all we got. Whatever you do, don't criticize. All you got. The key is to set a better sail and turn what you've got into the miracle of your future. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. That's the reason for coming here, spending a couple of days of intense effort, taking notes, rolling up your sleeves, gonna work. Commit yourself to learning so that you can get smarter for the days ahead. Develop your philosophy. Herbalife's philosophy has carried it now, these 12 years, to extraordinary heights. Those who do the work get prepared. A philosophy that commits itself to having the finest, no matter what it costs. That kind of polarity, I'm asking you to develop your own personal philosophy. Get your business philosophy going, get your financial plan going. Don't violate the conclusions of your own philosophy by not executing and taking action. But that's number 2. Get smart. Here's number 3. Get going. As smart as you might become after these 2 days, as many ideas as you take away from here, they're truly, as Larry mentioned, like seeds to be planted in the soil. You've got to get going. You've got to take action. The disciplines are the miracle process, and here's how to get the miracle of your future going as far as disciplines are concerned. Number 1, do what you can. You might go home, set a whole new pace for yourself, and we call it cleaning up neglect. Should walk around the block, could walk around the block, could walk around the block for your good health. Don't walk around the block. Feel you're on the wrong track. Should read, could read. Don't read. You're on the wrong track. Should call, could call. Don't call. You're on the wrong track. Could change, should change, should change. Don't change. You're on the wrong track. Letters you haven't written, conversations you haven't had with your family, somebody you should sit down with when you get back home. Get that job done. Don't let neglect destroy your days, destroy your life, and destroy your future. Go back and do what you can. And if you'll do what you can, then life will give you some extraordinary things to do. We all pity the man, right? Wants to straighten out his house, go straighten up the corporation. Has not yet straightened up the corporation, has not yet straightened out his garage. You've got to take care of the small disciplines before life will give you a chance to handle the more complicated disciplines. How do you think Mark Hughes got here? Scattered now throughout 14, 15 countries. Another 14, 15 countries, another 14, 15 coming up. I mean, how do you do this? You start first with the smallest of disciplines and do not neglect them and do not disregard them as being trifling. Everything matters. Everything's important. Good phrase to take home. All disciplines affect each other. In fact, here's a good philosophical phrase. If you haven't thought of it before, here it is. Everything affects everything else. It's so easy to be casual and say, well, this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter. I'm telling you, everything matters. Of course, some things matter more than others, but there isn't anything that doesn't matter. Then here's the positive side. Every new discipline affects all your other disciplines. If you'll get some new things going, make some calls you've never made before, step up your activity level, step up your labor level, develop the skills from these 2 days of training here, and you'll go home and work some miracles on your days, your life, your future, and your income, your business, and a bigger portion of that 400 million will certainly be yours. Go for the disciplines, the smallest of disciplines, the least of disciplines, like keeping your accounts in order. The smallest of disciplines. Have you ever heard this expression? I don't know where it all goes. Have you ever heard that? I don't know where it all goes. Wow. Oh, we'd love to have you run Herbalife. You don't know where it all goes? How long do you think we'd last here in Herbalife if that was your philosophy sitting at the top like Mark Hughes? Let me give you the story on Mark Hughes. Mark knows where everything goes. And he started back when he only had pennies. He started back when he only had dollars. He started back when he didn't have much. But here's the key. One of the greatest extraordinary phrases that's ever been written from antiquity says, if you'll be faithful, if you'll be disciplined when the amounts are small, we'll make you a ruler, give you a position of authority when the amounts are many. So, he said, I've only got 2 or 3 distributors. I don't know where they are. Come on. If you've only got 2 or 3, You can know when to get up, you can know when they get up, you can know when they go to bed, you can know all the details. Take care of your disciplines when the amounts are small, and then life will see to it that you get some extraordinary numbers to work with, like you saw the stories displayed here. Do not disregard the smallest of disciplines. Let us not neglect. Do not neglect the smallest of disciplines and build on that foundation, and you can have everything you could possibly want. Okay, get going. Here's number 4, get better. There isn't any of us that can't get better. So turn on this whole idea of personal development and personal growth. That was what my teacher shared with me to change my life. Starting a few steps from here, that convinced me. I'm telling you, for things to get better, you've got to get better. Don't ask for it to change out there. Ask for you to change here. Don't ask for a more favorable wind. We call that naive. Don't ask for better seed, better soil. This is the only planet you got. Just ask that you can get wiser and stronger and better, be able to take care of your own responsibilities. Get better, learn how to handle the seasons better. Let's go through them. Some stuff I did on satellite many, many years ago. Let me just review those notes for you on this getting better part. Learn how to handle the seasons of life. Number 1, learn how to handle the winters. We're all going to go through some winters. Herbalife's been through a few, just the winters of the calendar in the last 12 years. How many winters? About 12. But it's not just the winters of the calendar. It's not just the winters of the seasons. There's all kinds of winters. The winter when you can't figure it out, the winter when it all goes wrong, the winter when you have all kinds of hecklers on a telephone call, right? The winter when you get that first half dozen refunds, the winters of your life, social winters, political winters that we're going through around the world, the economic winters that a lot of people are experiencing these days, personal winters when your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces. The nights are unusually long. It is simply called wintertime. But here's what you've got to do in your own personal development, your own personal growth, and that is just get better at handling the winters. You can't change the winter. You can't change the seasons, but you can change the seasons, but you can change yourself. You see, what can I do about the upcoming winters of my life? The challenges that I know I'm going to face. Here's what you can do. You can get wiser and stronger and better. Just make a list of that trio of words. Wiser, stronger, better. Go home smarter than you came. Go home with more ideas than you came with. Next, get stronger. You can develop the muscle. You can develop the courage muscle. You can develop the inspiration muscle. You can develop the dedication muscle. You can get stronger.
Is there anybody here that can't get stronger?
Next time we see you, you may not even recognize how strong you're going to be able to become in language, style, and personality, the ability to cope, the ability to handle anything that happens. And the third one is getting better. We can all get better. I've gotten better at getting better. I just want to make you make this list of 4 words. First, we talked about getting serious. Second, get smart. Third, get going. Fourth, get better. And here are 4 good words to take home. 1 is absorb. Develop the skill and the ability to absorb everything. Be like a sponge like you've been today. This has been a good, serious group. I appreciate that you've worked as hard as we have up here on this platform. You've rolled up your sleeves and you've gone to work and you've taken notes. Then I appreciate that. Absorb everything you can. Absorb the sights and the sounds and the color. Guess what? You're going to want to go back home and invest this experience into other people's lives, and you can't invest it if you haven't got it. So I'm asking you to appreciate the color. I'm asking you to appreciate the auditory. I'm asking you to appreciate what's going on here. I'm asking you to appreciate each other. Soak this all up. Soak it all up. Soak it all up. Call it absorb, absorb, absorb. Then when you get back home, you can give out, give out, give out, give out, and you'll have an extraordinary effect on the people that you reach out and touch. Here's the next one. Develop the ability to respond. That's what got me almost 6 years ago. Mark and Larry made that call. I responded. It touched me. The vision they gave me, the story they gave me, the pictures they painted, the numbers they gave me, what we could do together, the team we could build, dominate the industry, walk head and shoulders above anything else that's out there, have an extraordinary adventure that's only been given to a few chance to walk the summit got me touched. Now I'm asking you, however, not only to be touched with the summit numbers, the 400 million. I'm asking you to be touched with the smallest of people's challenges. Don't just be touched with the challenge. I'm asking you to be touched with the problem. Let people's problems get to you. Let people's problems touch your heart this year like never before. Be touched. Let life touch you. It'll let it kill you, but let it touch you. The problems that are out there, people struggling with their economy, struggling with their health, struggling with their future. I'm asking you to let that get around your heart. Let it do something to you. Don't go untouched. Don't go on unmoved. When you walk out of here, open yourself up. Don't build up the wall, the same wall that keeps out disappointment, keeps out happiness and opportunity. Take the wall down and let yourself be touched by what's going on out there. Let sad things make you sad as well as happy things make you happy. Let your heart get touched and you'll have good hands then to take this product to the marketplace. Here's number 3. Develop the ability to reflect. Long after this session is over, I'm asking you to go back over it one more time. I'm asking you, at the end of the day, go back over your day. I'm asking you, at the end of the week, go back over your week. Make that week more valuable. At the end of the month, go back over your months. At the end of a conversation, go back over the conversation, go back over the conversation. How did it go and what did you do? Learn by reflecting. I call it running the tapes again of your own experiences, and you say, why do that? Here's why. It's a developed extraordinary ability to gather up the past and invest it in the future. What a next year you could have if you pay more attention this year. Soak it up, gather it up, and reflect at certain times what's going on and what's happening. And this year will take a more powerful place in your experience. And then when you get ready to deliver in 1993, people will not believe the words you've chosen. They will not believe in heart and soul that you've mixed with words. They won't believe the power you've got. A few simple things here are getting better. Then here's the last one, and that's to share. We've got this extraordinary opportunity now. Let us not keep it. Let us share it. Let us reach out with a long reach, a strong reach, an unprecedented reach. Let us reach out and touch people, not just with our opportunity. Let's touch people with our lives. Let's touch people with our experiences. Let's touch people with our heart and soul. Let's don't just touch people with a marketing plan and a distributor kit. Let's touch people with their health. Yes, with an opportunity. Yes. But here's a commitment I'd like to have you make to me. Let's help people with their lives, not just their health. Let it be said, if they were around us 1 week, 1 month, or a lifetime, that when they got around us, not only did we talk about money, not only did we talk about products, we talked about life. We talked about getting better. We talked about becoming all that you can become. We talked about picking up a challenge. We talked about not settling for less than you can possibly be. Let's do that. Let's develop those abilities now. Here's my last 2 parts to make this your best year ever. Get excited. Excitement is not just, excitement is not just, excitement that runs deep is the excitement that really lasts for a lifetime, not surface excitement. There's been a lot of noise here, but what I really appreciate in the field is that this room is full of more than noise. It's full of more than sound. I'll tell you what's really going to serve you well, and that's the excitement you feel inside that isn't even probably expressed on the outside. The excitement that runs deep, the excitement that runs deep, the excitement that stirs commitment, the excitement that stirs courage. Give me the chance, and I will get the job done. That kind of excitement, develop that kind of attitude, get excited about your own skills, get excited about your own abilities. You can put it into words. If I can start with nothing and finally stand on this platform delivering the best words I can choose. Words are clumsy at best when you try to express what's going on in your heart, your head, but I've done my best. But I'm telling you, if I can find the words, you can find the words. And here's a key here, communicate. Don't leave it unsaid. Somebody's got some congratulations coming. Don't fail to congratulate them. If a distributor has got a word of praise coming, don't fail to give it. Don't fail to say it. Find the best words you can. Struggle with the best words you can. Borrow some words if you have to. I borrow all kinds of words. Winston Churchill one time said, "Truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, and ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is." See, I love to borrow that. I mean, that's better said than I could say it. See, that's well said. You could stay up all night and not think of that. I mean, it's well said. I'm asking you to borrow the words that have come from this platform Borrow the words that have come from the top 10. Borrow the words that have come from the distributors who have shared so elegantly with you. Borrow their words. Borrow their notes. But then I'm asking you to start choosing the best words you can. We want you to get good at these skills of communicating, skills of touching people's lives with words, touching their heart with words, helping them to see something they've never been able to see before by your word. Choose the best words you can. Don't fail with an opportunity to challenge yourself to choose good words. Search for the words. Struggle for the words, but don't let somebody within the scope of your influence go without your words. Words work miracles. Words can help people to see something they've never seen before. There's a lot of people you haven't got. So yet they can't see how they can possibly be healthy. And if you come along with your good words, you can turn on all of the lights for them. They can't see how they can possibly be successful. And if you'll come along with your testimonial, that's why Herbalife is built on testimonials. Words that were miracles help people to see. And when you come along and tell your story, people are going to say, before you got here, I was blind. And now that you've talked to me, I can see. I can see the possibilities. I can see the opportunity. I can see that if I take a hold of this thing, I can change my life. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I'm asking you, don't miss the chance to work miracles with your words. Get excited about your possibility to work miracles with words. Well, now here's my last word to you, and I'm finished for this day, but let me give you this last one to make this your best year ever. Get away. Get away, balance your life, take care of your family, take care of your responsibilities, take care of your spirituality, take care of your spirituality, take care of good friendships. We've got to have some friends. That's why I'm here. I made these extraordinary friendships way back when, and it lasted all these years. Now, it got me an invitation to participate in something so extraordinary. This came about from a friendship. Now, I have the skill. Somebody says, well, you know, they offered you millions and a chance here just because you were friends. No, you don't just offer your friends millions. No, they got to have some skills. So I did bring skills. But I'm telling you, my chance to bring my gifts and my skills to you today was because I nourished these friendships over all these years. But here's the secret to my success. I stood up and did it again. Stood up and I did it again, and I did it again. And I did it again. All those many years ago, I did it when I was scared, and I did it when I didn't want to, and I did it when I was ill, and I did it when I didn't work well, and I did it when they didn't appreciate it, and I did it when they didn't appreciate it, and I did it a lot of times when I didn't know much what I was doing. I just did it anyway. And now, all these years later, I'm asked to walk on this stage with the greatest introduction I've ever had. The greatest response, in spite of the downturn, the money downturn, the social downturn, the personal downturn, the whatever it is, just get stronger, get better. We've all got those personal winners. We know what those are like. Barbara Streisand sings it. Used to be so natural to talk about forever, but used to be. Don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor until we sweep them away. You don't sing me love songs. You don't say you need me, and you don't bring me flowers anymore. It's a winter song. But hey, we're acquainted with all those personal winners and all the rest of it. The key is not to wish for a better winter. The key is to wish for more strength, more wisdom, more courage. Get better, get wiser, get stronger. Here's number 2. Learn to take advantage of the spring. Spring means opportunity, and we've got a fresh spring going here. It's called a spring like no other, a spring, and opportunity like no other for you. But here's the clue. Spring is not a guarantee of a harvest in the fall. In the autumn harvest, here's what you must learn to do. Underline the 2 words if you're taking notes. Take advantage. Take advantage of the spring. Don't just be faked out by the spring because the nice weather has come. Looks like everything is going to be a lot better. The winter's finally passed. The spring is here telling you that's not going to do it for you. Just because the spring is here, it's not going to do it for you. You got to seize it with your own 2 hands and take advantage. Read the books, study the tapes, go back through your notes, get ready to cash in on the spring.
And now there's a sense of urgency here. Here's why spring doesn't last that long. To be able to say, I just got back, doesn't last that long. It's called the springtime of opportunity. Postpone a few things in the springtime, get the job done. Set aside a few things in the springtime, get the job done. Where I was raised in Idaho farm country, what if you asked a farmer to go bowling in the spring? What would he probably say? He would say, "You're insane. You can go bowling in the winter when you can't plant the crop. You can't go bowling in the spring. You've only got a certain piece of time, and you got to get it done in that certain window of opportunity." And that's what we've got here, a window of opportunity. Let's take advantage of it. It's called taking advantage of the spring, and there's also an urgency here. How many springs have you got in a lifetime? Not very many. Life is brief at the longest. Music the Beatles wrote, "Our life is very short." And for John Lennon, it was extra short. For Michael Landon, it was extra short. But it is short. There's an urgency here. Don't waste your springs. Don't just let them pass, hoping the time will pass. Take advantage. Last year it was seize the moment. And I'm asking you now this season to seize the spring opportunity. You've got a new organization going, seize the spring. You've got a new distributor going, seize the spring. You've got a new life situation going, seize the spring. Take advantage of it. Don't let it pass without giving it the best of your two hands and your attention. First, learn how to handle the winter. Second, take advantage of the spring. Number 3, in the summer, learn to nourish and protect. We've got some major challenges now come summertime. One is to nourish our values. Take care of them, feed them. Don't let them go hungry. Don't let them go wanting in nourishment and care. Then here's something else we've got to do in the summer. Defend ourselves against the enemies. Summertime is a unique time. It's a time of opportunity. It's also a time of challenge. But what else is new? It's what life is called. The last 6,500 years reads like this. Opportunity mixed with difficulty. Opportunity mixed with challenge. We've got a chance to grow like never before. But I'm telling you, there's going to be many enemies that's going to try to prevent. As soon as you plant the garden, the busy bugs and the noxious weeds are out to take it. And you've got to learn not only to nourish your values, you've got to learn to do battle with your enemies. Whatever threatens you, I'm asking you to threaten it back. Take care of your responsibility. But don't take anything off anybody. Somebody wants to destroy your chances for a good future by their negative talk. Negative thinking, putting it all down. I'm telling you, walk away if you have to. Walk away. Whatever threatens you, threaten it back. Now, some of our enemies are on the outside, but here's the most important thing to understand. Some of our enemies are on the inside. Let me give you a quick list. You've got to do battle with your own indifference. Boy, it's easy to coast, especially if you've accomplished something extraordinary. You know, it's easy to say, I got to relax. Here's the key. Not too long. The weeds will take over your plant if you rest too long. Don't rest too long. Indecision. You've got to make those decisions. The ones that don't turn out to be good give you experience to make better decisions. Don't let much time go by without making some decisions. The ones that you can make quickly, make them quickly. The ones that take time, take your time. But get those decisions made. Don't let indecision be an enemy. Rob you of the future, empty your bank account, leave you with zero in the purse. Don't let that happen. The next one is doubt. Sure, there's doubts on the outside. People doubt that America's going to make it. People doubt that Europe's going to make it. They doubt that Russia's going to make it. Poland's going to make it. Czechoslovakia's going to make it. They doubt the whole world is going to make it. But I'm asking you not to pick up all those doubts. I'm asking you to have some faith, have some courage, and believe. Drive your doubts into a small corner. Don't let them loose like a mad dog, driving you into a small corner. Don't doubt the future. Don't doubt the possibilities. Don't doubt the extraordinary gifts that your distributors bring to your organization. Don't doubt that. Here's the most important one of all. Don't doubt yourself. If I've got miracle working power to change my life, so do you. If I've got the ability to change, so do you. If I've got the ability to read, so do you. If I can discover, so can you. If I can grow, you can grow. If I can develop, you can develop. If I can get an invitation like I got 6 years ago to help take something around the world, so can you. If I can stand on this platform, Idaho farm boy raising obscurity, so can you. If the millionaire team can do it, the president's team can do it, walk off with the diamonds, the trophies, so can you. I'm asking you, don't sell yourself short. We haven't sold you short. That's why Mark, Larry, and Dr. Kateson and I have decided to invest the big share of our life these 4 days in being with all of you. If we didn't think you were worth it, we wouldn't have shown up. We don't need to conduct another meeting. We don't need to walk on another stage. We don't need to get up early like we get up. Don't need it, except for the challenge and the opportunity to invest in this many people's lives. Who wouldn't get up early to have a chance to work miracles and invest in this many people's lives and help turn the world upside down for better nutrition, called Herbalife? Here's the next one. I'm asking you to drive worry into a small corner. You've got to worry some. All this negative stuff certainly serves some purpose, but the key is for you to be the master, not the servant. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning and your daughter's not home yet, best you worry in New York City. If you step off the curb and one of those yellow taxis is coming, best you worry. But here's what I'm asking you to. You be the master of worry. Drive it into a small corner. Don't let it loose. And I'm asking you to go home with some new faith and some new courage. I'm asking you, don't worry. Drive it into a small corner. We've all got concerns, and sometimes we all wonder. And sometimes there's a little crack of doubt. We worry a little. But I'm telling you, drive it into a small corner. Drive your worries into a small corner. I promise you, from this platform, the dedication of the executives that you've seen and the president's team members and the people that have walked off with 1 through 10, I'm telling you, we're all dedicated to help this Herbalife future that includes all of you be the most spectacular thing that's happened in the 90s. I promise you not to worry because you're in good hands. And now what I want you to be able to say, if you give Mark Hughes a telephone call or if you have a chance to talk to Mark Hughes in person, whatever village you've come from, whatever street you've come from, wherever you come from, I'd like for you to be able to say sincerely and honestly, with all the dedication you possibly can, Mark Hughes, I want you to go to bed at night and sleep like a baby because where I came from, when I go back and represent Herbalife in that community, I want to reassure you, Mark Hughes, Herbalife, and that community is in good hands. I want some of you from Germany to get together, from a little coalition from Germany. After you've gotten out there and gotten your hands into it and you've had a chance to work in labor for a while, send Mark Hughes a message and say, I'm Mark Hughes. The distributors that have now joined forces in Germany, you can rest easy. Mark Hughes in Germany, Herbalife is in good hands. And all of the rest of the countries, make that your dedication. Make it personal, make it collective as an organization. This incredible opportunity has been dropped in our lap. It's been given to us. We're going to take it to the marketplace, and we're going to take it to the marketplace with good hands, steady hands, growing hands, intelligent hands that can go touch people and get the job done. I'm asking you to commit to Herbalife. A couple more enemies of the mind you've got to do battle with in the summer. One is pessimism that tries to get you only to see the negative side. Of course, there's the negative side. Life is part negative. What else is new? If the glass is half empty, it is half empty. You say, well, I've only been taught to see that it's half full. Well, sure, it's half full, but it's also. Can't you handle that? That's not too difficult. But here's what pessimism would try to get you to believe, that it's only happened. And when pessimism comes to your mind, you've got to educate pessimism. Because pessimism is stupid. Pessimism tries to get you to believe that it's only half empty. You've got to say, pessimism, you've never been to school, too dumb and stupid to... Of course it's half empty, but it's not only half empty, it's also half full. I'm asking you to be in charge. Be in charge of your own mind. Be in charge of your own destiny. The battle with your enemy in the summertime. In the summertime, you've got to learn to love like a mother, hate like a father, give life like a mother, take life like a father. Father says to whatever threatens his family, take 2 or 3 more steps toward this family and threaten them. You'll cease to exist. I'm father, I'd kill to battle with your enemies. Now, it's also possible to love like a father and hate like a mother. I'm not saying that is impossible. Nothing more dangerous than an angry mother. I saw an article in a magazine a little bit ago in Canada showed a man with some claw marks on his back. had his shirt off and big chief marks on his neck. This man was out in the woods, had his flash camera, saw Mama Bear with a little cub, thought, "Oh, this is cute." Took a flash picture. Mama Bear takes unkindly to this flash picture, promptly chases the man, catches him, and almost kills him before somebody rescues him. So beware Mama Bear, okay? Love like a father, hate like a mother, give life like a mother, take life like a father, or however you want to arrange it, just so you nourish your values, nourish your family, nourish what's valuable for you, nourish your organization, nourish your distributors, nourish your customers, take care of your responsibilities, feed, nourish. But then I'm also asking you to do battle with your enemies, take a sword to your enemies. Whatever's going to destroy those values, take a sword through it. If it's worry, take a sword too. If it's a threat, threaten back. You've got to be like your bloodstream, good illustration, red corpuscles to nourish like a mother, white corpuscles to fight and kill like a father. You've got to do some negative thinking and just think positive. Thank God for white corpuscles that think negative all day. White corpuscles say, just show me some infection. I'll kill it. And whatever threatens this body and its future gets threatened. Whatever's not to kill this body gets killed. I'm asking you, take a sword to your enemies, whether they're on the outside or whether they're on the inside. Protect your family, protect your future, protect your values, love, nourish, but also do battle with whatever is out there to do battle with. Take some courage from some of those that have been through the battle. They've given you their stories on this stage. They've been through it. They know what it's all about. Take some courage from that, and in the summer now, here's the last one, in the harvest time. Number 4, take your harvest and all that comes your way with full responsibility. Don't complain. That 4th season complaining, I'm telling you, could ruin all of your chances. Complaining sometimes starts with an infection. If you don't take care of it, it becomes a disease. You battle with it in the harvest time, reap your harvest without complaint. It's your crop. You sowed it. You either made the calls or didn't make the calls. You wrote the letters. You didn't write the letters. You were steady or you weren't steady. You did it or you didn't do it. You put together a good day or you didn't put together a good day. Take responsibility when the harvest time finally comes and say, hey, it's my crop. Got to take responsibility for it. Do not complain. And then here's the next one. Do not apologize if you've done well. We offer no apologies when these winners that walked across this stage here go back to their communities. We offer no apology for making the kind of money they make because of the lives they touched and the people that they helped. No telling what would have happened if these people had not touched many people's lives, who touched many people's lives when you go back to the community. All of you that were winners here, I asked you to go back with no apology because you've done your job well and you've given good hands to everybody you've touched. You deserve all the money. Everything you are or ever will be is up to you. You are the master of your own fate, the architect of your own destiny. You are self-made, completely responsible for the quality of your life and for your results. The principle of self-development is one of the vital keys to the psychology of success. Self-development requires self-discipline, hard work, and persistence. It builds character, ability, and self-esteem. The more you work on yourself, the more you like and respect and believe in yourself. The more self-confidence you have, the greater the feeling of personal fulfillment you experience. Men and women who accomplish great things with their lives are not necessarily better or smarter or more gifted than others. They are usually just individuals who have made the efforts necessary to develop their potential to a greater degree than the ordinary. The wonderful thing about our free society is that you can become just about anything you really want if you are willing to pay the price in terms of hard work on yourself. There's no limit to how far you can go except for the limits you place on yourself. I once read a quote from Abraham Lincoln that had a profound effect on my life. It was written in his diary as a young man in Springfield. It said, "I will study and prepare myself, and someday my chance will come." If you study and prepare yourself, your chance will come too. You will meet people unexpectedly who will enable you to utilize your knowledge. You will get phone calls and letters in the mail. You will come across articles and advertisements that lead you to use your skills and abilities. One of the most important of the mental laws is the law of correspondence, which says, as within, So your outer circumstances in every area will correspond with your inner world. Your material financial world will reflect the quality and quantity of preparation you have engaged in. Every effort, small or large, accumulates and grows like a snowball rolling down a hill. Every act of delayed gratification, discipline, and self-development counts for something. Every extraordinary accomplishment is preceded by thousands of hours of ordinary preparation. Just as a spring becomes a trickle becomes a brook. Brooks create streams, and finally, many streams create an enormous river that flows inexorably, unstoppably, carrying everything before it to the sea. So it is with self-development. Every achievement that is recognized and applauded is preceded by countless small efforts, failures, disappointments, and setbacks that no one ever sees. You can learn whatever you need to be successful. There is more information available today to help you to be more effective than ever before existed. The smartest and most successful men and women who ever lived have poured the best of everything they know into books, tapes, seminars, and video cassettes. Some of the most valuable information on succeeding in any field is available to you in exchange for a few dollars and some hard work. Would you like to double your income? How about increasing your income 10 times, 1,000%? Would you like that? If I can show you a simple formula that is virtually guaranteed to work to double, triple, quadruple your income, would you try it? Most people will say yes, but only about 1 in 20, according to my experience, will actually do it. Here it is, a simple formula. But first, a simple question. Do you believe it is possible for you to increase your effectiveness and improve your productivity by 2% over the next month, the next 30 days? Could you do it if your life depended on it? Of course you could. 1 or 2 small changes in your daily routine. A little bit better time management. A little bit more effectiveness in your key result. Areas could give you a 2% improvement. Now, having done it the first month, could you do it again the second month, 2% more? How about the third month? Could you, by working steadily on yourself a little bit each day, managing your time a little better, improving your overall productivity? Could you increase your performance and your effectiveness by 2% in the third month? Of course you could. Almost anyone could if they cared enough to apply themselves. You get onto a learning curve. Well, 2% per month compounded translates into 26% per year. 26% per year productivity, improvement through personal development, skill enhancement, and additional training is a reasonable, believable, even modest, but surely attainable goal. 26% per year compounded will equal 100% improvement in 3 years, 1,000% improvement in 10 years. This simple 2% formula can be the most important success formula you ever learn. Now here's how it works. You first of all determine your aim. Do you really want to achieve great financial success in your work? Do you want it badly enough to pay the price in terms of preparation? Assuming the answer is yes, here's what you do. First of all, you stop or dramatically cut back on all those activities that do not contribute anything to your life. Then become an avid reader. Reading is to the mind as exercise is to the body. Reading is vital to your success. Not only does it require total concentration, but you learn things by reading that you cannot learn any other way. There is no substitute for it. In fact, if you read just 1 book per month to develop or improve yourself in some way, it will put you in the top 1% in terms of personal development. If you read 1 book per week, which you can do if you read 1 hour per day, that will translate into 52 books per year, 520 books over 10 years. If you read 520 books to improve yourself and enhance your effectiveness at work in a world where the average person reads less than 1 book per year, do you think it might give you the edge? A critical winning edge that makes all the difference between success and failure. You bet it would. 1 book per week would so change the course of your life in a positive way that you would be astonished. And it won't take 10 years. You will begin to see significant changes in the quality of your life and your results within months, sometimes within weeks, sometimes within days. Well, you begin by getting up each morning 2 hours before your first appointment or before you have to be at work, earlier if necessary. Then, before you leave the house, Rewrite your major goals and a brief description of your goals for the day. Just a few lines. It takes you a couple of minutes to rewrite those goals and impress them into your mind. This exercise activates your subconscious and gives you a sense of purpose and focus for the hours ahead. Next, and this is very important, listen to educational audio cassettes during traveling time in your car. And if you use public transportation or if you're flying, the average car owner drives 12,000 to 25,000 miles per year. This is as many as 500 to 1,000 hours per year in the car. This translates into 12.5 to 25 40-hour weeks sitting in the car behind the wheel, enjoying prime learning time. This is the equivalent of 1 to 2 university semesters. You can become one of the best educated, most highly motivated, well-informed people of our society simply by listening to audio cassettes in your car. If you're not listening to audio cassettes in your car continually, you're missing hundreds of hours of prime learning time. And every hour you miss is going to cost you in lost earnings and diminished potential. The third leg of the triangle of self-development, the first two being reading and listening to audio cassettes, is courses and seminars put on by people who have achieved success in the subjects they are talking about. And this is important. Attend at least 4 seminars or courses per year, one every 3 months. Take all the training you can get and never stop learning. If your company supplies you with training opportunities, take every single one of them. And if your company does not, remember you are totally 100% responsible for your ongoing education. The whole purpose of an education, even up to university level, is simply to teach you how to learn. From then on, it's up to you to apply the lessons. I think that the major difference between winners and losers is their attitude towards spending money on improving themselves. Winners recognize that they are their most precious asset. Winners are always investing in improving the quality of their thinking and the quality of their knowledge. They recognize that the functioning of their mind, more than anything else, is going to determine everything that happens to them, and they're always working on achieving a higher level of mental fitness and mental preparedness. Remember, they say that luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. Winners in almost every field are characterized by the fact that they know more, that they have more practical knowledge acquired through study and experience than do the underachievers. It's as simple as that. Losers always make excuses for not investing in themselves. You've probably all heard the things they say. They say things like, "I can't afford it," which means, of course, that I won't afford it. They usually have money for clothes, money for socializing, money for liquor, and money for travel, but they don't have money to invest in their own minds. They say, "I don't have the time," which means, of course, that they won't make the time to invest in themselves. And the worst of all, they say, "I don't need that because I know all that stuff already." Most losers fall into the category of what they call the unconscious incompetent. This is the person who does not know and does not know that he does not know. The truly hopeless case? People with limited education are aware of how little they know relative to how much there is to learn, so they're continually seeking new information. But university graduates often think they've learned everything there is to know, and they stop reading when they leave campus. The bottom line of the losing mentality is that the loser doesn't believe in himself or herself. The loser doesn't believe that any efforts in self-development would change anything, so they don't even try. Remember, a person who does not read is no better than a person who cannot read. A person who does not work on himself or herself is no better than a person who cannot. Ignorance is one of the greatest enemies of mankind, and today in our wide-open society, ignorance is self-inflicted and inexcusable. Number 1, begin right now, today, to become a perpetual learning machine. Read, study, listen to tapes, take courses continually. 1 hour per day studying any subject will make you an authority in 3 years, a national expert in 5, and an international authority in 7. Number 2, remain teachable. Remain open, interested, curious. In all your life, you will never learn all there is to know about even one subject, even about yourself, for instance. Number 3, if you want to be successful, study success. Become an expert on success. Learn proven success methods from others so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Number 4, get around other successful people. Fly with eagles, don't scratch with turkeys. Learn from them. Ask their advice on what to do, what to read, what courses to take, what tapes to listen to, and be willing to help others with advice on success as you learn it. Number 5, the human being is an organism. And if you're not growing with the input of new information and ideas, you're stagnating. Most people are stuck in a rut because they stopped growing. Don't let this happen to you. When you stop taking in new information, your mind and your brain begin to atrophy, and you tend to fall into a state of lethargy and depression. It is new information that gets you out of it. Number 6, as Jim Rohn says in the audio cassette program 7 Secrets of Wealth and Happiness, work at least as hard on yourself as you do on your job. Work at least as hard on yourself as you do in your job. Remember, you are your most valuable asset. And finally, number 7, the self-respect and self-confidence that comes as a result of learning and growing toward the fulfillment of your potential is the root source of self-esteem and self